I have a message just for whoever want to listen. I don't know who it's for, but it's on my heart to speak it. Don't allow social media to think that you're not doing enough. Don't allow social media to depress you. I feel like nowadays social media is the number one killer. It's the number one cause of depression. I see a lot of young adults, a lot of teenagers who are depressed because they feel like they're not doing enough, or they feel like their life is over, or if their life is like, it's just like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like I'm just a loser. At 20 years old, you should know what you want to do yet. Some people know, some people don't, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I didn't realize what I wanted until I was 30, baby. You don't even know the person you were at the age of 14 to 16, from the age of 20 to 25, changes. Every year it changes. So at the end of the day, you ain't supposed to have it all figured out. Don't get on social media, and you see girls with nice bodies or carrying Birkin bags and driving nice cars and thinking, oh my God, what am I doing in my life? I need to be living like that. Okay, it's okay to strive to want to do that. Is that what you want in your life? But at the end of the day, don't think that you're not doing enough because of it. Because at the end of the day, what's for you is for you. And what's for
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, coming back at y'all with another one, man. And as y'all can see, y'all know where I'm at, man. I'm coming live from the Rose Garden, man. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a little overcast, but I'll take that. But real fast, though, man, in that clip, right, you have Tammy Rivera speaking on social media and telling the people out there to not let social media have you depressed. You know what I'm saying? In her caption, she put, "You're not depressed. You just need to log off for a little bit." And I cannot agree with her more. I can't agree with her more. You know why? Because I had to do it. Social media was having a strain on my mental health, and I had to check that. I had to make that boss move to log out of Facebook. And I ain't been back since. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taking on other people's emotions, and it was starting to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but it was starting to mess with me. It was starting to mess with my head. So guess what? I made the grown man decision to log off, and this helped me. I really don't have to deal with that on Instagram, because all I'm looking at is pictures and stuff like that, and I'm promoting everything that I'm doing on there. But still, like she said in that clip, don't look at social media. Don't be on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is you on and start thinking that you're not doing enough in life. Don't be on social media and start thinking that you're not doing enough in life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all is too young for that, and you can't be looking at all these images and looking at how people living and try to apply that to your life, and that's just one way that, if you start thinking like that, man, listen, this social media stuff will have you on the wrong path. This social media will have you thinking less of yourself. And that's the last thing you need to be doing, especially for y'all youngsters. And, you got a lot of BS on social media, too, that you can't be feeding into that. You can't feed into that. So even watching Tammy, you know what I'm saying, who is a celebrity, I think she's dating Waka Flocka. That's Waka Flocka Flame's wife. You know what I'm saying? So listen, the hell, get out of here. You can't give your all into social media and believe everything that's on social media, let alone try to apply those things to your life and feel less of yourself. That's the wrong way to go about things. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to log off, there's nothing wrong with that. Log off if you have to. If it's not good and not helping you and is doing something to your mental health, log off. You don't have to be on there. You don't have to be with the in crowd. You don't have to prove to anybody. You don't have to prove to anybody anything on social media. And that's the problem too. And another reason I'm making this video, you know what I'm saying? Another reason why I'm making this video is because with all of this stuff that's going on, right? Especially with these rappers, with the most recent death with Indian Red Boy. He died. He got shot live. He got shot while on Instagram Live. That was live for people to see. It was people logged on watching him when that happened. And it was gruesome. That man got shot and was asking for help, but his breath, his life was leaving his body. You could see his life leaving his body as he asking for help in this camera. And it was sad to watch. And then when you get the true backstory of how it happened and why it happened, it makes it even more sad. It makes it even more sad. In a lot of these cases, like how we know already, there's always a female involved. And that's not, and I'm not trying to say that it's the woman's fault, but it's funny how a lot of these situations happen, even with King Von, that a female gets brought up in it. But I bring Indian Red Boy up because in the build up to that, it's so many videos of him, and that's on Instagram where they live and they throwing up their gang signs and they arguing with people in the comments. They arguing with people on Facebook Live and Instagram Live comments, and people commenting on it, and then everybody got something to say. It's a bunch of gossip in there. You just got a bunch of bullshit that's going on. And I will say that social media, like Tammy said, is the number one killer. It's the number one killer. Because everybody on there, everybody gangbanging on social media, everybody going live, beefing on live and all of that, throwing up their sets and doing all this other shit, all this extra shit on live. And when you think about it, right, even with Pop Smoke was on live that day that he died. He was on live earlier that day. And some way, somehow, when he was on live, the Addy got dropped in there. You know what I'm saying? His address was on something, and they was able to track him down, and the killers did what they did. So when you think about it, social media is the number one killer. You got people that's logging on to social media. They seeing how everybody else live. And guess what? They want to live like that too. So when they can't live like that, they looking at these things, they get depressed. And next thing you know, they become suicidal. So you got people dying in that fashion. Social media is causing people to die in so many different ways. It's not even funny, whether it's from street shit, whether it's from depression and suicides, or gossip. Or gossip. Mugs on here gossiping. He said, she said, and then it's causing so much of a rift in the streets that nothing is getting solved. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is getting solved face to face where, you know what I'm saying, we can have a conversation without all these other people chiming in on these lives. No. It ain't like that because, we can't reach out to each other and talk man to man and just discuss our issue like we supposed to. Nah. When you got all these other people involved, at the end of the day, you don't want to get punked in front of nobody. So guess what? That's going to add to the commotion. That's going to add to the situation. That's just stoking the fire. So it's so much bullshit around social media where Muggs is literally dying. Social media is killing more than anything right now. Social media is probably killing more than the coronavirus when you think about it. With all of the bullshit that's surrounding it, all these deaths. FBG Duck. You know what I'm saying? When he got shot down in the Gold Coast, on his way to the Gold Coast before he went shopping, he was on Instagram Live with people talking shit as usual. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know how they found out, but they figured out that he was there. They knew where he was at. And guess what? They shot him down. He got shot down that day, and he was on live. He wasn't on live while it happened, but he was on live minutes before it took place. Minutes. All of this shit ain't a coincidence, man. All of this shit ain't a coincidence. And with Tammy's video, like she said, you know, you got a lot of young folks that's watching all of these things at the same time. And they feeling like they not good enough. Or you got young folks that's on here, they seeing all this gang banging and street shit, and they want to be a part of that too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy with everything that's transpiring because of social media. And y'all, real quick though, you know, not even to change the subject, but for real, that same bee that keep flying around me, there's a hive. I want y'all to see this hive. Y'all see that beehive? I never knew that was up there. I got a glimpse of it, and I was like, holy shit. And it's another small hive right there, if you can see that. So you got that big hive on that light, you know, if you can see that. And then you got the small hive down there, but that shit is crazy. But yeah, man, I just wanted to show y'all that. So, and again, but real quick though, why y'all ain't tell me? Y'all probably watched the last video and seen that shit, knowing damn well I ain't see it. Y'all seen me dodging bees and shit, and didn't tell me that it was a whole hive up here that I just discovered while talking to y'all. I just discovered that motherfucker. But yeah, man, back to the subject though. Listen, stop letting social media determine how you feel. Stop letting social media be the deciding factor of how you want to live. Stop letting social media and what everybody else doing mess up and corrupt your way of thinking. Stop letting social media run you and run your life, because a lot of the shit that's going on social media is bullshit. Y'all looking at these celebrities and all of that too much. Listen, celebrities supposed to be on social media. They got brands and things that they trying to promote. You know what I'm saying? And even then you can't do what they do. So if you need to log off social media, man, go ahead and log off. If it's fucking with your mind and all that other shit. If it ain't doing nothing for you, then ditch it. It's no different from being on semen retention and all this shit. Listen, if porn ain't never done nothing for you, then ditch it. Ditch that shit. And that's a part of growing up. That's a part of being a man. Is knowing when to make that call. You got to know when to make that call, baby. You got to know when to make that call, man. A lot of these things out here ain't good for us. If you know eating bad ain't doing nothing for you, man, ditch that shit. Try to come up with alternatives and all that other shit that you can eat that could fill you up, but you eating healthy at the same time. You know, you got to start small, man. But listen, don't let this social media gas y'all up and have y'all in the mix with a bunch of bullshit, man, because guess what? It ain't worth it. Log off this shit. Listen, look at where we at, bruh. This is life. This is physical life. This is physical life that you're looking at. This is physical life. All this is physical life that we get to live and see with our own eyes. Our own eyes should be our social media, not these phones. Our own eyes should be social media, not these phones. So log off if you have to and live your life, man. All right? My name is Jason and Sinn-Take. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all J. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to